Hey everybody, I'm Craig from Mashpee Fitness. This is Allie and Aaron joining me today. We're going to be doing a seated bench and or chair workout today for you while you're at home during this quarantine. So all we need for equipment essentially is a chair to sit on, 2 of them if you don't have a bench, or if you do have a bench at home, please feel free to access this. So the first thing we're going to start out with is kind of loosening up. So we're going to start with some stretches today. We're going to start with the hamstring on-off stretch, and this is one of our Bernanke stretches. So at home while we're sitting here, Erin will show you how to do it on the bench with her legs straddled. Allie will be scooched up to the front of her chair here, and I'm going to sit here with another chair across from me as if I was sitting on a bench. So the first thing that we'll do is, we work on our posture, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to take our right leg, we kick it out nice and straight out front. We're going to reach out with our opposite hand, so our left hand here toward that toe. Now we only reach to where we feel comfortable. We don't round our back stays nice and straight, so we'll reach forward with the opposite and reach back with that same side hand to get the stretch. We'll come back down. We're going to do this 3 times on this side. We'll go right, 2, and 3. Switch sides now. We'll do the left foot. So the left foot goes up, right hand reaches forward. Left hand reaches back once, 2 times, 1 more time, 3. And the last move here, we sit up nice and tall. You can hang on to the side, or for added challenge, keep your hands off. We're going to go both legs at this time. So both legs come up, then both hands go out, keeping the back nice and straight as we reach to get the stretch on the back side of our thighs and our hamstrings here. So we'll do that once, back down, 2, 1 more time, 3. Now in traditional fashion we would go through right foot, left foot, and both in a series if you want to make this more of an active progression. So that will be our hamstring on-off stretch. So we're going to do just 3 of those to start, and we'll cycle through again at the end. Our next stretch that we're going to do here is going to work the front side of our thigh, our quadriceps and our hip flexors. So when we sit, we get kind of tight. So what we're going to do here, Aaron is going to go ahead and scooch over to the side here, and Allie and I are going to scooch over so that way our right back side and our right leg are off to the side of the chair. With good posture, we slide that right leg back behind us. We soften the knee a little bit. We're not trying to have a very straight leg behind us, but we're trying to have a little bit of a softness in that knee. Now with good posture, hanging on to the opposite side of that bench for security, what I want you to do is make sure that you give a little lean back, as long as you don't feel pressure in your low back, but a nice stretch on the front of your thigh. Lean back until you get a comfortable stretch. Exhale. Inhale on the relaxation. Let's lean back again. We're going to do this 3 times. 1 more time, inhale. 1 more time, exhale. 3, so we get that nice stretch down the front of our hip flexors and quads. And then when we're ready, we bring our leg back around. We switch over to the other side of the chair or to the bench. We're going to bring that left leg now back behind us. We hang on to the other side of the bench with our right hand. We get comfortable. There shouldn't be any pressure down on the bottom of your knee. If there is, you're probably leaning off to the side of the bench a little too much. This way, we want to try to make sure we're sitting up nice and tall. Knees back underneath us. We make sure our back is nice and flat behind us. And then we just give a nice little lean back until we feel a good stretch. Big exhale. Inhale on the way forward on the relax. Exhale on the way back. 1 last time here for 3. And then we'll relax. So that's our stretch for our quadriceps and our hip flexors. Okay? Now we're going to work on the back side of our hip and our glutes. So the first one we're going to do here is we're going to do the piriformis and the glute medius stretch. So we're going to cross over as a figure 4. Now, as long as your hip is comfortable, You can cross your leg up and over here, so we'll go right over left. Got our ankle bone just underneath over the outside of the leg. We're going to hang on to the outside of our knee here with both hands. We're going to pull that knee up toward the chest, and then we give a gentle lean forward until we get a nice stretch on the back side of that right hip. Not on the bone, but again, right behind it, so we feel like we're stretching the muscle. We rock back, take an inhale. We're going to do this 3 times. Rock back up, big inhale. One last time. And then we'll go ahead, put our foot down, shake it out a little bit. Switch legs over here. So now we'll go ahead and switch over. Make sure that we got our left leg crossing over our right. Again, the left ankle just over that outside of that right leg. We're going to pull that knee up into the chest. And then we give a slight lean forward until you feel a comfortable stretch. And come back up. Again, when we're stretching, when we lean forward into the stretch, if we hold that stretch for the exhale or about 10 seconds, we should feel it start to loosen up. If it doesn't loosen up, we may be overstretching. So let's lean back one last time. Exhale. Big, big, big stretch. Good. We'll shake that leg out. So that's our lower half stretching. Now we're going to do a little bit from our upper body. The first one that we're going to do here, we'll start from our head down. We're going to do our upper trapezius, and this is the neck muscles that get a little tight on the side of our head down to the top of our shoulder. So to stretch our right upper trapezium muscle, what we're going to do is we're going to hang on to the right side of our bench or our chair, and we're going to take our left ear and try to bring it down to your left shoulder, leaning away again from that hand that's hanging on, and that should give us a nice gentle stretch down the side of your neck to the top of your shoulder. Again, exhale, and then we're going to inhale on the relaxation on the way back up. Exhale and stretch as we go left ear to left shoulder. Try not to lean your spine of your back, just try to let the head go over to that opposite shoulder. And we come back up one last time. And back up. And then to switch sides, we just go ahead and we hang on to the other side of the bench or the chair. So we're going to hang on with our left hand now. Good posture. We're going to take our head and we're going to go right ear to right shoulder. If you don't feel like you're getting enough stretch, you can take that opposite hand that's free over on the side, that right hand this next time when we lean our right ear to our right shoulder. You can give a gentle little stretch with your hand on top of your head to give you that nice little stretch. One last time. Again, if you want to add your right hand on top of your head, try to pull your right ear to your right shoulder. Give a nice upper trap stretch, and this is how you can progress this exercise. And the last exercise that we're going to go over is a little bit for our trunk rotation. So we've worked kind of head. We got to work our middle spine. We've worked our lower half. Now we got to work the middle. We're going to do the drawing bow. So we start with both hands aiming out front. We're going to take our left hand and try to push that arm forward as we simultaneously draw our right elbow back. So I'm trying to push my left arm forward, draw my right arm back, give a little rotation of my torso, and I want to look back at my back elbow. And then watch as my hand comes back to the front. And let's do that 3 times on the right side. So again, the left hand reaching forward. We're watching the right arm going back, watching it all the way, till we get a nice squeeze in the back of our shoulder blade. And then we'll come back one last time for 3. Reaching forward with the left, pulling back with the right, getting some good rotation through the spine. And then let's switch. Let's do the opposite side now. The right hand reaching forward, left arm coming back. Let's watch that right elbow back, squeezing back the shoulder blade gently. Avoid shrugging on this one, so try not to have your shoulder go up toward your ear. Relax the shoulders down a little bit now as we again reach forward with the right, drop back with the left. Get that good rotation. One last time here for 3. Inhaling on the way back. That'll be our 5 seated exercises for you to practice. What I want you to do is practice those 5s and then run through them one more time. And that will be your seated, bench, and seat exercise video.